Kind of a wet situation happening right now. Rain here in Rochester, but some spots right now in the past few minutes have begun to see some snow mixing in. And right now we're looking at some slick patches in part of the area. So keep that in mind this morning. We'll start, though, with some wet grayness here in Rochester. This is our Lewiston Auto camera from Rochester as we deal this morning with rain. And if we were to show like the road conditions, you can see right here that we do have some purple on the map, suggesting that roads may be partially snow covered. So keep that in mind this morning. Otherwise, a lot of rain building in. The main band of activity pushing through the area. Spotty showers south and westward. So progressively more breaks in the rain by late morning into the early afternoon. But right now, primarily a big wide band of rain happening. Now, north and east in the area, you see, especially on the Wisconsin side of the Mississippi River, that's where there are winter weather advisory counties because of that mixture of sleet and snow. And even a little bit of freezing rain is a possibility initially. Temperatures there right around the freezing mark. Locally in southeast Minnesota, no advisories, but there are some school delays, so keep that in mind this morning. Some slick patches on the road. Here's the current scene from our Signal Hill Lewiston Auto live camera. Temperatures mostly in the mid-30s. We see some of the coldest spots north and east, where temperatures right around the freezing mark. Winona and Red Wing, suggesting, yes, there are some problematic areas where it's a little closer to the freezing mark. Things at ground level maybe getting a little slippery on the pavement. South and westward, not so much the problem. Mid-30s, it's a few degrees difference, but big change in the outcome. It's just primarily just wetness on the pavement. Here in Rochester, it's wet pavement. It's 34 right now. Winds out of the east at 14 miles per hour. The wind chill in the 20s. Looking for rain to end early in the afternoon hours, but most of what we're going to see in the way of rainfall is happening through the beginning stages of the morning commute. And then we'll start seeing more scattered activity. The possibility of more than half an inch of rainfall. Another storm system brings a chance of snow tomorrow night into early Wednesday morning. There's rain moving through the area. As we look at future track, we've seen some moderate doses of rain showers, and we're seeing more of the green at this point, and that suggests that maybe not quite as much of the steady, heavier activity moving through. But center of low pressure marching through the region right now on its backside, still at the very least a possibility of some more spotty, scattered hit-or-miss showers for the lunchtime period and for the afternoon, the tail end of the day. 34 in Rochester, Sioux Falls 36. So we're very mild for this time of the year. Typically, you start the day in the teens or 20s. This portion of winter, but we're way warmer than that. Looking at temperatures running way above the seasonal average, but there won't be much change through the course of the day. We'll stay in the mid-30s. 34 right now for the morning commute. Light rain. Maybe some slick patches on the road with a brisk northeast breeze. Periods of rain this morning, tapering off in the mid-afternoon hours. Look for a high of 36 later on. Computer modeling. Here's future track. High-res computer modeling. Look at the rain through much of the area. Some of that purple that gives way to mainly just rain as temperatures move up a couple degrees. Afternoon, more spotty hit-or-miss showers. So things do improve, but it looks like it's going to be kind of unsettled for much of the day, especially for the first two-thirds of the day. Rainfall amounts, a half inch or more of rainfall in southeast Minnesota, north Iowa. And looking into the east, some parts of northern Wisconsin are dealing with heavy snow. You see that happening today. But for us, it's just rain and that slush in the wet pavement this morning, but not the heavy snowfall that's happening in north central Wisconsin. Rain ending by early afternoon. We'll have gray skies giving way to some stars tonight, clearing skies. At least some sunshine to start the day tomorrow, but by tomorrow evening, snow builds into the area. Not really heavy snow locally. We can see 3 or 4 inches in the Twin Cities and areas northward out of the storm system tomorrow night. Us locally looking at the possibility of about an inch or so of snowfall from a late Tuesday evening through Wednesday morning. To the north, some slightly higher amounts where you may see a couple of inches of snowfall by the early Wednesday morning portion of the week. Then we dry things out, get a little bit colder on the 7-day temperature tracker, but nothing unusual for this time of the year. Upper 20s and 30s, all of that is fairly close to the seasonal average. 31 actually is today's 30-year average. Look for a high of 36 with periods of rain. Breezy and cool weather, winds turning to northwest later on, 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight, a brisk breeze, mainly clear skies are clearing off later on, 20 degrees. And a 7-day forecast, snow tomorrow evening and for part of Wednesday morning. And then we do things, see things dry out and get a little sunnier for the end of the week and the upcoming weekend with some pretty decent early March temperatures.
This morning, though, some of the roads slushy out there.
A little slushy. Yeah, well, we've had a lot of snow last week, and now things, that freeze-thaw cycle going on and rain falling on top of that. A few spots may even see a little wet snow. So, yes, a little sloppy out there.
Thanks, Ted. It is 6